Good morning, everybody. So I have some crazy stuff to tell you. I have been completely lying to you guys. I'm just kidding, not lying. I've been keeping a secret though. I've been keeping a big secret that I have not told many people about. The reason why I'm bringing this up and really why I want to talk about it is because of the impact it's made in my life, and both positive and negative, but also the potential future of what will come from this. Now, I know that sounds very vague. Just hear me out. I would love if you listen to the entire thing so you can connect the dots for yourself, because this exactly thing that I'm going to tell you might not apply for you because you probably have not been through it. A lot of people have not. A lot of people have as well. It has completely changed my life in terms of the way I look at things. And even now, in this exact second, like, I have no idea what's gonna come. I don't know what will happen going forward, and not in a bad way, right? I don't know what's gonna open up for me. And so I've shown many vlogs in the last several weeks about my kids, where I live, and all this stuff. What I have not shared that you haven't seen is, their mother doesn't come up. And so I have not really touched on this, but I've been separated for multiple years. It's not anything new or anything like that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I actually finalized a divorce going on to a year and a half now. I've been separated for about 2 years. So like, it's not, that part was not new, but it was just divorce getting finalized. I never talked about it just because it wasn't really relevant. Like, I had gone through the hurt of, that relationship. It just wasn't anything that had to get said. Like, there was really nothing else there. The reason why I'm bringing this up right now, and the reason why I'm letting you guys know about that this divorce is finalized, is because this has nothing to do with me or the divorce or the mother of my kids. That has nothing to do about any of that. Really, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because one of the biggest things that I focused on last year that I realized was that the reason why I couldn't move as fast as I wanted to move, or move as intentional, I should say, as I wanted to be, because being intentional doesn't require you to be fast. Like, you can move very slow and be super intentional, and you actually move faster by being intentional. One of the things that I realized was that there was a lot of things in my life that were holding me back. It's obvious, right? We all have those things, but like, what exactly were those things? And for me, what I realized that I had a lot of open loops. In other words, things that were just pending that would not get accomplished or checked off the list. Anything from simply starting to have a gym workout, or to losing weight, or to starting a business. And I'm just throwing out general ideas right there, right, for anybody. But I'll even say specifically for me, right? Again, it's like having a spiritual foundation, focusing on my health, small tasks here and there when it comes to work, or communicating certain things, cleaning up resentful relationships with people, or like anything you can possibly think of. Like, I realized that was a big part of what was holding me back. When I realized that, what started opening up for me was that I was actually moving faster by cleaning those things up. Right? And it's something that's actually talked about in business a lot, where the more you overthink things, the less you're gonna do them. The more tasks you just let pile on, you become stressed to the point where you then don't wanna do them, and you do less and less and less. So this has been worded in so many different ways. We know that, yet we don't do it. For me, I realized that it wasn't necessarily things that were missing at work, and there was, for sure, there was a lot of things, pieces that we couldn't see. I specifically could not see them because I had so many open loops in my head about everything and anything, not just work, but it personally, that it was not letting me move with as much intentionality as I wanted to. There is just no way that our brains, our subconscious, our guide to, like, say, God or the universe or whatever, you're trying to focus on, there is no way that you can be fully aligned to where you're heading and what you even want if you have all these open-ended loops. Somehow that just clicked for me last year. At the very beginning of last year, at some point, I don't quite recall when, it just like clicked, and I was like, oh my God, maybe that's why I've never hit $1 million a month. Maybe that's why I struggled the last couple of years in business, because I had so much stuff going on personally that I could not focus on the business, right? I'm sure you guys have heard this about too. It's like the biggest function of a company is like the top person in the company, meaning the CEO, is not on point, it will eventually trickle down to every single employee. And so I was creating that within the company because I was completely distracted for the last 2 years, completely out of it. In my process, I was trying to figure me out. I was healing. I was like, whatever you want to call it. Like, I was doing all the things, realign myself, because I was completely fucking lost to a certain degree. Not lost in terms of like big vision, but like within what was happening right here, right now. Like, I couldn't even think about the future. Like, there was just so many open-ended loops, like so many things that I couldn't quite understand or see for myself. So it just caused a lot of, time where nothing got done. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because as I've gone through my process last year of like really cleaning things up in my life, I've never felt, again, like I've been more intentional or committed or focused, known exactly where I'm heading, what I had to get done since I've been cleaning those things up. And so I've been cleaning up so many parts of my life. And one of the very huge things that was there was like finishing this divorce. And this divorce had been sitting there for a while. So it wasn't like, again, like anything that was different that was in my life. It just was not getting done. A big part of it was really both sides, right? It came down to the fact that she just was not ready to move forward and make things happen, or at least not as quickly. And I was being kind of passive about it. Like I was for sure committed to like making it happen, but I was just being passive, right? And I realized eventually at some point, I was like, you know what? Everything I've ever accomplished in my life that I wanted to, small or big, it's come from being hyper intentional and hyper persuasive, hyper focused, and like really not letting my foot off the gas. If you guys think about that, if you really think about that, at some point or another, you've done those things, right? Even from the fact of like, if you want to go out with your friends, what do you say? Like, no, let's go out. Like you do everything in your power to convince them to actually go out. And like your intention is so set that you actually end up going out. That same thing applies to everything. The minute that clicked for me, I was like, you know what? I need to like really press on the gas on this. Like, and not again, because I was trying to throttle her or like anything else, but like, it's because I realized like, it's not just for me, but even her, like it will not allow us to move forward at the pace and at the speed and in the focus and the intentionality that either of us would want. I don't think she had any clue of that. Like, I don't think she even saw that, but it took a lot of patience for me to like really be able to communicate that to her. And I think eventually it clicked. And once it clicked, like things started moving, I won't say perfect. They definitely were not perfect, but they moved way faster than they had prior to that. It's a very interesting thing to see of like how that entire transition happened in the last, 5-6 months, how I changed in terms of I was taking that situation on and then she started changing it. This has nothing to do with me getting divorced. This has to do about if that made such a huge impact in the way I was operating, in the way I was seeing things, in the way I was communicating, because there's other people involved, like it's not just me. There was lawyers involved, etc. And because I was being very intentional about where I was headed and I was in the intention of cleaning things up, everything proceeded to sync up, to move where I wanted it to, because I was able to communicate that. Just imagine to be able to apply that into every other thing and part in your life. For those of you who, again, who are looking to start a business or who are trying to make it to the pros or who are trying to become the next Taylor Swift or the next, rock star band or whatever it is, you can literally apply this into every single one of those things. And we all forget it. Like I forget it myself at times. Like there's times and moments where I'm just like, I'm done with this. Like I don't even want to continue going. I'm tired. I'm etc. Emotional, like whatever the case is, like it happens. But the key thing is here is to keep realigning yourself, to stop like right here, right now, and restart. And luckily, like we can start over every single time. Like we can never not start over. It's the beauty of like being a human and being just in where we're at. Like every single one of us can always start again. And when you are able to consistently start over and over and over again, it becomes easier. You get faster, you get better, you start changing as a person. It might take you 6 months in the past to like be able to make that transition and recognize those patterns. You eventually get to a point where you start able to see that within a matter of days. Eventually, some people, like very high performing people, do it within minutes. Being able to catch those things as they're shifting and changing and like what's causing that for you. So again, if you are looking to find a way to get through your life and you feel like there's things stopping you, then maybe it's just as simple as cleaning things up in your life. Maybe it's just as simple as, fixing the chairs. And I know this might not matter, right? But like maybe it's as simple as fixing just everything, right? It's like fixing all the little things, because if you're somebody who likes cleanliness, for example, it's gonna bother you. You can work on it not bothering you, or you can just fix it. I encourage you guys to like find what are all those things that you have not cleaned up in your life, because I am pretty damn certain that they're holding you back in some way or fashion. And whatever it's holding you back on, it might not even be connected to what it's actually holding you back, right? Me fixing these chairs, the pillows, doing my bed, whatever the case is, it's not correlated, right? Of course it's not correlated. It doesn't mean just because I do my bed, my dreams are gonna come true. For some people, that doing your bed doesn't matter, but for others, there are those things that you get to see within yourself in your life that are creating resentment and affecting you. And when you are able to catch those things and actually clean them up, I guarantee you guys, you will move faster and slower, more intentional than you ever have. And so that's all I wanted to share for you guys today. I will catch you on the next video. Peace.